After 3 boxy generations, the 4th incarnation of the Kia Carens, designed in Germany by Peter Schreier's team, finally looks like something I would like to park in my driveway, not like an appliance. Not too long ago, you bought Korean cars for their price, you turned a blind eye to all imperfections and prayed all major breakdowns happen while the warranty still covers them. Today, Kia is so sure of its quality, it offers a 7-year warranty. Practicality is comparable to the German rivals, but so is the price. The Carens slots somewhere between Ford C-Max and Volkswagen Touran. Prices of the Kia Carens start at around 20,000 euros for the base model. However, this top spec model with a 1.7 diesel engine, 130 horsepower, costs about, well, more like 30 grand. Now, this is still way cheaper than a comparable Volkswagen Touran, but not necessarily cheaper than a comparable Ford C-Max. The 536-liter boot is also somewhere in the middle. It's very practical with hooks for shopping bags, elastic net mounts, and storage under the floor, which can be replaced with optional 3rd row of seats. And there is also this brilliant compartment for the load cover. Sometimes you have to take it down to carry some larger items, and in many cars there is nowhere to store it. In the back there is plenty of legroom and headroom, and the floor is completely flat, so there is no problem with traveling in the middle if you're an adult. And if you're not an adult, you can move each of these seats individually to make more space in the boot. And this is very nice if you're on a longer journey and you'd like to travel more comfortably. These seats recline. Oh, and that's very comfortable. All right, okay, I'll go and do the rest of the review. Yeah? There's also storage under the floor. Any one of you actually using this kind of storage in your car? Please let me know in the comments below. In the front, the driver has plenty of adjustment in the steering wheel and in the seat. And like with the German rivals, Kia didn't forget about cup holders, and storage space is abundant. There is also lane keeping assist, Bluetooth connectivity for your smartphone and streaming music from your portable devices. There is dual climate control. There are heated seats, heated steering wheel. This is one of my favorites. There is a park assist system and a panoramic roof which you can open. And of course, keyless ignition. Kia promises fuel consumption at the level of around 5 liters per 100 kilometers in the combined cycle. I'm getting between 6 and 7 liters per 100 kilometers. The wind insulation is average, and so is the quality of plastics used to finish the interior. At first everything looks fine, but after some time you start noticing that some of the plastics could be a bit softer, especially in the lower spec models. And like in the Hyundai Veloster, also here the screen blinds me at night. It's so bright, so I have to switch it off with a touch of a button. Besides wind noise, there is also the noise coming from the rear suspension whenever the Carens goes over a bump. 135 horsepower diesel, which I have under the bonnet here, is more than enough for what this car can handle. If you go through a corner a bit too quickly, you'll notice the Carens understeers heavily. And there is not much feedback from the steering. I expect some of the Kia Owners Club members to remind me now that there's a button on the steering wheel which lets me change the power steering assist modes between comfort, normal and sport. Guys, I'm afraid you are the only people on earth who can feel the difference between these modes. On the plus side, rear visibility is fine. On the minus side, visibility when approaching junctions is less than perfect because of the thick A-pillars. The new Kia Carens is a practical car, and the higher spec models are also attractively priced. The new Carens also has a lot going for it in terms of design. However, Kia could do some more work on the suspension and the steering. I do realize a lot of you out there are just looking for a car to get you from A to B, and in this area the Carens is fine. However, if you're looking for a minivan which drives slightly better than a washing machine on wheels, I guess you'll have to look for a deal elsewhere. If you're looking for a family car, check out my reviews of Dacia Logi, Fiat 500 and Ford B-Max. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, and if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel.